Hello, welcome back to Ollie Talks Airsoft. Been a while. We're here today with Mike, who's popped round. He's one of my airsoft friends. He's been in the industry a long time. He's the one behind the patches, and he's been helping me out and keeping my spirits up through what's been going on. I don't really want to go into that, or if we do, we'll talk about my ongoing sort of health problems towards the end of the video, but that's never what this channel was supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about Ollie's cancer journey. It's supposed to be about airsoft, and so Mike is helping me bring it back to what we're supposed to be talking about on this channel, airsoft stuff. So Mike, it's lovely to see you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, yeah.
We got a couple of surprises for you today. First of all, this is courtesy of the Airsoft Boneyard group on Facebook. They've all been a part of this. They've chipped in with money, parts and build time, and have created your very own MCX MWS, sorry.
Whoa, okay.
I think you guys have finally managed to take the words out of his mouth, actually make him speechless. So congratulations on that.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
That's yours as a gift.
Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna have to. This is so cool. So this has got like the shortened bolt system in it and everything. So that's see, I've got one with a folding stock, but you can't shoot it with the stock folded. That's just not how it works. Whereas this one, okay.
So you said they've done a proper job of it.
Yeah. This is no. Well, this is like it's the full upper. No way. Like with the Geisley grip as well. Oh my god! Like, sorry, this is like a bit of a sensory overload for me. Like this is too much going on all at once. Oh, it's even a multi-cal bolt. Okay, and you've got the yeah, alright, okay, like this. I'm taking that slack out. Oh my god, this is nuts. Oh, that sounds really good as well. This is, I'm amazed at how, this is light as well.
Yeah.
I was expecting this to, every time I've seen, see, I've sort of put off like an MCX because I was like, it looks chunky and heavy. This is really light. This is that trigger as well. What? Do you know what's been put in here? Do you know what's
in here? They haven't said it. I can ask them for a list, but they've not sent anything through. That might be a future video where you pull it apart.
Whoa. God, that is clean. That is the clean. Did you know that, I think is it Archwick have come out with a trigger box which looks like a real steel, but it's for an MWS, which I was like that's not particularly exciting. There's nothing particularly cool about that, apart from that there is a chance that if they've made it on that system, they might be able to do a ratchet for it. So we might then be able to get a 3-round burst.
Nice. On
an MWS system. Potentially. But I think they've sold out everywhere. Yeah, okay, this is what I was talking about. Sick. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So basically this is how the bolt is. So instead of having the buffer tube where you would normally have it coming out, or even the shortened buffer tube like I've got on my little green build, this is all like self-contained within here. This is so cool. I love the colour as well. Oh my goodness! Like the thing is, it's like, yeah, I've got like, I do have a bunch of black guns, and they're nice, but like having something that is like greys, greens, FDEs, like anything that's just like a bit different nowadays.
I've always been the same. I've always wanted to use something other people don't use.
Yeah,
something that stands out and pops.
Yeah, exactly. I want something that's just like a bit more fun. Like yeah, just a bit more entertaining.
I think I'm the same. We've both been playing Airsoft for 20 odd years, and you get to the point where you don't care if it's the best firing gun in the field, as long as it puts a big smile on your face.
As long as it makes you happy.
The best example is the Cam 870 by APS. Absolute pile of crap in it. 1 in 3 shells doesn't fire, and there's no reason why. But the smile it puts on your face when you hit someone with it.
It's the smile that you get when one of the shells actually goes off correctly and does what it's supposed to do.
There's a rumour that you can fire CR123 batteries through it.
There is a rumour. Come on. Hopefully do that. Go dark. This is it, even with like, I'm terrible with cat, it seemed to have gone a bit dark there. This is, honestly, thank you so much. This is unreal. Like, this is genuinely like...
I very nearly forgot to bring that over to you. Before you run upstairs, we do have someone else as well.
I think this is, like anything else, go on, let's...
So this is from the guys at PewHub, from the team. Your own genuine Trijicon SRS.
So... This is
the unicorn.
This is actually real.
Actually real.
Actually.
Yeah, it's a working solar panel. You just need the rechargeable battery in it to make use of that.
So I have a bit of a thing for not only real steel optics, but stuff that you would consider to be like hen's teeth, rocking horse poop, like unobtainium. Like this is, you can't get these anymore. So what's out there is out there. And this is a piece of like retro history from back in the day, from like back in the sort of 2000s when I first started. It was basically like year 99, 2000 is when I first started getting into Airsoft. And that's when I got like my first AEG.
I can remember you getting a replica and saying that you wanted the real thing.
Yeah, but they're impossible to get.
Well,
honestly, thank you. Like, how do you get this stuff? This is it. Like, it's just, like sometimes you don't want to ask. You don't want to ask the questions. You just like have to be very grateful for. Oh my god, this looks so cool. And this is half of what it is as well. It's like it's not just looking. Seriously, I need to find some. This needs to be protected. That looks absolutely nuts.
There's a battery in the box if you want to.
Oh my goodness. So the way this works, isn't it? It doesn't just, it's not just like the solar, it uses the
It uses AA battery. If you put a rechargeable battery in, my understanding is the solar panel charges the battery so you get longer use out of a battery.
Right.
So it's not solar powered as such. That's it.
Yeah, they've got a special way of doing it.
Yeah.
I think now they're on the MRO, but then I think people have had like drift issues and stuff with it. I think there was always a problem. It's just like so much cooler, and it's just the fact that you can't. How did you like? Honestly, thank you so much. This is oh my god, that's so bright. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm in love. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Like, I genuinely like I'm genuinely lost for words. I do not know what to say. Other than wow, thank you so much. I cannot wait to take this. We're gonna have to go out. Like,
we will. We'll find somewhere that when it's dry. But you don't need to thank us. I mean, I think we've got everyone involved has got as much as thank you. The help, inspiration, and you're the reason I went to the MWS system. Your incessant nagging and lectures about how good they are finally broke me, and I use the CQBR Block 1 for the moment. I'm looking at something else as well.
You can never have too many.
No.
Honestly, when you get stuff like this and it's like, it's nuts. It's nuts. Honestly, like this kind of stuff makes me so like with the SIG, like on the stock, like this looks like it's got just it's like everything about this is just like
it's like a trigger on the back.
Yeah, it's like on there. So I've some stuff I find a bit harder to work. I've actually lost feeling basically from my knuckle to the end of my fingers, so I don't have feeling, but I can still do that. I can still actuate a trigger, and so I'm still safe, and so I can still work safeties and stuff like that. Important stuff. But if I had there was a particular chemotherapy medication they were giving me called oxaliplatin that was platinum based, but it's what gives you neuropathy, and which I haven't got feeling in my toes, so I'm a bit off balance sometimes. But yeah, that's what kills that. But they were if I had 1 or 2 more sessions, then I wouldn't be able to do this. I also wouldn't be able to do buttons and things like that. So at that point, I'm disabled. I'll feel disabled because I'll be oh, I need someone to help me go to the toilet or something stupid like that. But
and our friendship has lines.
There are certain limits to what I'm going to ask you to do. But no, we stopped that particular route of medication before it got too bad. So I've still haven't got feeling, but I've got enough that I can still work all of the I can still play Airsoft when I've got the energy, when I'm not being sick and stuff like that. So I cannot wait to take this out. And especially, I can't believe that did I just never look at the weight of one of these? Because I've looked at them and been they're so cool, but I've just always been it'll be too heavy.
I think the thing is, what's been out before was the AEG version, which I think was a bit heavier, but I think that's because of what's inside it. But also, it just feels like it's made of, because I had the AEG, and that's much more streamlined. It feels like generally they've used lighter and stronger materials.
Yeah, the actual, I don't know if this is anodizing, it feels more like a Cerakote, to be honest. It's a bit more of a matte kind of finish on it.
I mean, I'm sure some of the guys from the Boneyard group will watch the video and they'll be able to comment and fill in any gaps on the build.
Honestly.
But obviously I took the opportunity to have a look at it, and the quality, overall quality is just amazing. Like I said, everywhere it's got all the correct logos on everywhere. It's absolutely stunning. They've done a really good job. I'm looking forward to seeing it shoot as well.
Yeah, I cannot wait to take this out and give it a little bit of test its legs, see what it's got going on. This is so cool. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's so cool. So cool. That trigger is lovely as well. You know what I found to be really good? As just a straight drop in. BJ Tac triggers, into a normal MWS trigger box, and they really clean up the trigger. Next time you bring your MWS round, then we'll drop one in. I've got a spare BCM silver one. It's got your name on it, so we'll get that. We'll get that installed. Can't wait. That's so cool. I was thinking we could, because we've got a little bit of time left, so we can talk about a couple more little airsofty bits. I was thinking about something the other day, because I've been this whole like the cancer stuff has been all consuming, and it's only really been recently when I've upped my meds, got some stronger stuff, and I've been feeling a bit more myself, and I've been thinking a bit more about airsoft. So I've been sort of a little bit more engaged with it. And I was like, over the years, for me, there have been a couple of guns that got away, ones that got away. You helped me with one of them. You'll know exactly.
Marusan MP5K.
Marusan MP5K.
Yeah.
One of my ones that got away. But I was thinking over the years, there must be one for you that's been. What was your one that got away?
There's actually a few. It was my second AEG. My first AEG, I done it properly. I had a classic, Tokyo Marui M4A1, very classic look, M4A1, very classic look. Playing at Dragon Valley, got my foot stuck in a rabbit hole running. I used to run, by the way, and I pole vaulted on it, and it's that moment where you hear a snap and think, thank please God let that be my leg, but it destroyed the receiver. And my second was the I had the Classic Army SPC, the M15 SPC.
Yeah.
What a tank of a gun. This was back when Classic Army were one of the top brands. You know, it was internally a Tokyo Marui clone, but in a metal body. We've been, probably that. But I've had so many that either lost, sold because I wasn't using it, and then instantly you regret it. Almost immediately, like the limited edition G28.
Yeah,
why the fuck did I? Why did I sell that? Why? Yeah. And I had the AEG because I got it before the gas one came out.
And then the gas came out. I remember you got that as well.
No, I borrowed one off someone. I got one for someone, and I think we had a quick look at it before. But the trouble is, it's probably should. It's made by a particular brand who, at the time, were not very good with their gas products. They're actually very good now. Their rifles. But VFC had a period where their gas blowback was subpar.
Yeah, very much.
Their new stuff is actually really good.
You know what? I can actually attest to that as well. I've picked up a couple of VFC gas things over the last few months to sort of talk about and to play with while I've not been feeling so good. And I've been impressed actually. Normally when a company comes out with a version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5, it's a sign that they got it wrong 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And that's why you see with TM, tend to come out with one, and that's like the one they come out with, which is again why I sort of rave about them. However, like some of the newer VFC stuff, it's just they've sorted the hop up and the gas delivery system, and like the consistency that you get, like the UMP45, really impressed with that. And actually the M4 platform as well. Yeah,
so the M4 platform, we had in stock the 733.
Yeah, I've got an XM177.
That's it. That's the XM177 we had, and that felt like harder recoil on a small gun than you'll get on the MWS. I think the only issue you have with it compared to the MWS is mag availability, because the MWS, well, the Noveski mags are compatible, guns modified, there are kind of so many aftermarket mags now, whereas VFC, it's VFC. Yeah. We don't normally have a problem getting them, luckily, because we've got a really good supplier for them. It just seems to be what lets them down is supply chain.
That's the one thing you always need to do actually with PewHub.co.uk, which is
.com. No, it's .co.uk. Ignore me. New website coming soon.
But it's it's always like I do go on there, and the thing is, he has lots of stuff in stock, but it doesn't always show. So it's always worth shooting him an email, because you can basically get hold of everything.
Yeah, most stuff.
Most stuff you can just get hold of, but sometimes it's like if you want it, then you'll probably just have to send an email if it's not on there. But it's one of those like secret hidden cheat codes. Cheat code to get what you want. It's like, I can't find it on any website. Go on this one. Like, can you get hold of this for me? I'll get back to you.
We've got some good friends in Hong Kong, and we have managed to acquire an unobtainium We have
SRS, literally. This is completely
Maruzen PPKs last year, and they sold almost immediately. Maruzen Walther P99s, the James Bond. Big slide, quiet.
I saw Bada Bing had picked up a new Maruzen or something like that.
This is why I'm sat a bit farther away from Ollie to make this comment. Is the Maruzen Walther P99 is everything about it is better than the Marui Mark 23. It's got better range, better accuracy, better gas efficiency. The trigger's better, although that isn't difficult to get down to land. Then the build quality's better because it's actually a metal built gun. It's not the Mark 23 just feels a bit cheap in your hand. It's an amazing bit of kit, but nothing compared to the Maruzen. Cue angry comments.
Yeah, maybe cue angry comments, but not from me.
Well, no, that'd be in private.
I think they're really cool. I mean, I think everything has its place in cool.
Yes.
To be honest, and it's all kind of what you like. But it's all to do with your taste, isn't it?
As we said earlier, some of the coolest guns are the ones that are completely impractical. The Rhinos are just terrible guns, but they look cool.
But whatever makes you happy, isn't it? I recently picked this up, and this is a Tanaka Colt Python 4-inch in a nickel finish. This is actually, funnily enough, all to do with the one that got away. And you'll notice this is the other thing that had. So I've had two guns that got away. One was a Maruzen, which I lent to someone at college for an art project, like a film project, and then I think they dropped out. I lost their number and ended up never getting it back. And then you had one for sale, and I managed to replace it. The other one was I'd picked up a 3.5-inch combat Python Jupiter finish Tanaka. And it's actually, if the symbol for my channel is that particular revolver and a Parrot Ordnance. Now, that revolver, I had it for about a week and it broke. It just wouldn't hold gas anymore. And I know that the Tanaka gas system is like a little bit complicated. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to try and repair this. I'm going to send it back to Wolf Armories. And they said, look, we can't repair it, but we'll give you, your money back, basically. And it was a limited edition and everything like that. So basically, I searched everywhere to try and get one. Couldn't get hold of one. And so I ended up picking up a 4-inch, just instead of a 3.5-inch combat Python, I picked up a 4-inch Colt Python, which almost scratched the itch, but not quite. And so then I picked up one in a different finish, like in the finish that I wanted, but it was a 6-inch. So again, it didn't quite scratch the itch. And then I picked up this one more recently, which is again a different finish in a 4-inch as well. So in order to replace this one revolver that got away, I now have 3 revolvers in its place that all kind of still don't quite make up for the one that got away. This is how sometimes it's you just got to let things go, and other times it just spirals and gets out of control. And I think with me, sometimes these things spiral and get out of control, and that's how you end up with a collection. But I love them all because they're all actually different. Yes. But I'm still looking out for that combat Python. I can get one in a nickel finish. I'm really tempted to do that because then I can that will kind of, I think, mostly scratch that itch and mean that I can stop buying Colt Pythons.
You won't. No, because the trouble is you will find that one and then you'll realise there's only 3 for the collection, and that's true. The
problem is I haven't talked about the fact that I did also maybe get the one that has a suppressor that you can attach to it. So I also have a silenced Colt Python as well upstairs, the Rio Cervera limited edition one. It's in the back of quite a lot of my videos. Yeah, Airsoft's a problem, but it's a problem that I really love having. And it's
you could think of worse addictions.
There's much worse addictions to have, and it's one that, with everything going on, it's one of the few things that genuinely puts a smile on my face. all the time.
As we've seen today.
As you've seen today, like my energy is limited to like a couple of few hours a day of being sort of active and with it. Coming to take me away again. Like being active and kind of being with it, and it's like there's nothing I would rather spend my time being happy about than airsoft stuff. And yeah, we need to go out. I need to test this before my next rounds of chemo start, because that's going to suck and it's going to drain me like it's drained me for the last few, and it's going to be really poo.
We'll see what's running next weekend.
So yeah, let's look for next weekend, and yeah, have a good one. I guess actually I'll try and put this video out quite quickly. I guess everyone this weekend will be at the National Airsoft Festival. Is it this weekend?
It is this weekend, yeah.
This weekend.
They picked their one in their wellies. It's like Glastonbury now.
Yeah, it's going to be muddy as anything. Make sure you keep all your stuff locked in the car. Like, always be careful. Just don't leave stuff on display. Like if you go into any sort of airsoft, it's not airsofters that nick the stuff. It's people that come in from outside, and you know, just like chancers, isn't it? Like, so just don't leave stuff in tents. Like,
I mean, for me, this is the first NAF I've not attended in a while. I've just got too much going on at home to warrant it. But for me, NAF sums up what airsoft is about. It's not necessarily the game. It's the social bit. It's this being with your friends, and as you said when you gave those the MWSs to Josiah and Ollie.
Yeah.
It is about friendship. It's about going out with your friends. All this kit means nothing if you don't have people you love out there.
You know what?
Shoot with.
It's funny you should say that, especially when you say all that kit means nothing, because you're exactly right. I saw something. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was that Scott Hollenbeck from US Airsoft. He was doing a review of the E&L AK, this like silvery one. And towards the end of his video, he was like, basically he says like, the gun looks great, but internally, like, for some reason this particular one is trash. Which is fine, because
that's how they've gone.
That's how they've gone. I've got an original E&L when they literally filmed, they had videos of them like chipping through ice with these airsoft guns, and I bought one of those, and it's like a tank. You can throw it out of a window, it'll bounce off the ground, and it'll break the ground.
Sit someone on it?
Yeah, I've stood on it before. Yeah. Like, it literally is like unbelievably solid. But he was saying, like, in the last game, he was basically just there for moral support, and it was one of the best games he'd ever played. And I was like, yeah, that is what it's all about. Like, I've had games before where I've shot everything from my rifle, everything from my pistol. I've been literally sat behind a barricade. I'm thinking particularly of a game I played at Porter's Head once. I was sat behind a barricade, and there was someone at the side who was like dead because he had like 3 lives in this game. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm out. Like, I've got nothing. He like threw me this rubber axe, and I was like, picked up this rubber axe, looked at it, and was like, okay, and just like got up, sprinted down the side of the field like, with this axe, and like went round, and there was these snipers at the back, and I was like, axe kill, axe kill, axe kill, and I was just like, yes, with this like, and it's like, you don't even need an airsoft gun. No. Like, it's not even about going out and getting kills. It's about, yeah, like, you know what? You guys shoot him. I'm going to run over there going, ah, and making loads of noise and be a big distraction. You guys get in the back there and shoot them all. Like, that's some of the most fun that you can have. Even though you're not the one out there shooting and getting kills, it is about making friends, making memories together, having a blast, just being stupid.
Oh, we've had some fun at games. I probably shouldn't tell this story because it will get you banned from ever returning to National Airsoft Festival. But fuck it. So a few years ago, it was a few years before COVID, wasn't it? About 2016-17. Big group of us went, and we done it properly. We took a big barbecue with us, and we also took a mobile bar, and we had cold Amstel on tap out the back of a van. Yeah, you know what's coming. On the Saturday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, the generator starts up, because a couple of us wanted a pint because it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's a nasty rumour going around that you filled your camel pack with Amstel and went out into the game with a camel pack of Amstel.
I only ever do that once. Yeah, you only ever do that once.
It tasted hot. It was a very hot weekend and it did taste horrible.
Doesn't take long before you're going, has anyone got any water?
I've been at NAF in the dead zone next to the bar with a 15-minute wait time, and you nip over for a quick half, which turns into a few, and then you end up staying in the safe zone.
That's it. Yeah, you end up staying, getting a kebab.
But again, this is for me what Airsoft's about. I'm not there counting how many people I've hit, how many times I've been hit.
I never usually even know who's won or lost. It doesn't matter.
My eyesight is that bad when I take my glasses off. I don't know if I've hit someone or not. That's what Tom's for. He tells me if I've hit someone.
Yeah, other people will let me know.
But we started Airsoft probably about the same time. And when we started, it was like going to a game was like going to an illegal rave. If you remember.
Oh yeah.
So someone would text you with what lay-by you had to meet in. And then you would go in convoy to what bit of land they've got. And I can remember being at a game with a friend of ours, Brett, and it was some woods. One of the guys' granddad owned a farm. There was some woods, completely private land, and he was building his own little site. Didn't pay to play. It was just mates turning up for a bit of a shoot. And we finished the game, all walking into the clearing, ready to clear our guns, take iPro off, and all the rest of it. And 2 armed response coppers came wandering in. Saw us, were like, M4s, we had a 249 sniper rifles. They put their guns down and I said, lads, we just want to talk. And we laughed, told them what was going on. They borrowed some spare kit, had a little game, because they hadn't seen the kit before, and then went and arrested the dog walker for aggravated trespass, because they shouldn't have seen us. They shouldn't have been
supposed to be there. That's it. Yeah, I remember the first game I ever played was at Necton in Norfolk, and it was because I picked up my first AEG at age 15 from Hooper's Army Surplus. And
was this when you had to order them from like the back of?
Yeah, and it was
Combat and Survival, wasn't it?
It was harder to get, but they picked up for me, and they were like, "Well, if you want to play, this is the location you've got to get to." And it was at that point it was like a paintball site, so they'd still be playing paintball on the Sunday, but there was a little group of 15 sort of airsoft people that would sort of get in, and we'd play on the little bits where the paintballers weren't, kind of thing. And that's how I got into it. And it's funny because I've seen Airsoft Cam Man and Kicking Mustang and a load of the other YouTubers. They've actually played at the Necton, so it's called something different now. I just know it as being Necton because that's where it is basically. But it was before it was it was when it was just a paintball site. But that place was great fun. I had some great memories of that. And there was a CQB site in Norwich and stuff like that. They used to play. The thing is with Airsoft, as you well know, sites come and go, and you get to play in some of the coolest places. Underground nuclear bunkers, courtrooms, prisons, shopping centres, all over the place. But they're only open for a brief period in time, and then it will be you might get a couple of years, you might get a few months.
And with that, a sad note, I'm sure you came with us to South Coast CQB.
Yeah.
They've announced their closing. I think it's May next year. I think.
Oh no.
They're being developed.
I see. That was cool. It was barracks with the house and everything like
Brown
that.
Down Camp's got special memories for me. I was jailed there. No, Brown Down Camp's got special memories for me. It'd be sad to see it pulled down, Airsoft site or not. I think it's sad to see it. There's a really nice little training camp just off a beach. Another one going. But there'll be more crop up, and it's a great thing with the sort of sites used for CQB. They tend to be derelict buildings, stuff where they're waiting to develop them. So the good thing is that they crop up all the time, but as Ollie was saying, they're there for they're there for a period of time. So just get booked in, just go support your local sites, support these guys. We're seeing some cancelling games at the moment because they can't get enough players. Support them or they'll go, and they'll be gone forever. If there's an issue with the games, the way it's run, speak to the owners, do it properly, have a conversation with them. They can't fix it, you don't tell them. But we need to support the industry in the UK. We need to try and shop UK. You know, yes, it can look more expensive, but when you add the import taxes, admin fees, and then it's also support. It's what do you do when that gun you bought from Taiwan breaks? You're on your own. Whereas if you've got a UK-based supplier, they've got a legal duty. You have a warranty. They've got a legal duty to support you with it. But if we don't support the UK shops, they'll go. And
it is very true.
And that's what help everything grow, because people want to go and pick. You know, especially when they're new, they want to go and pick it up. Once you've been around a while, you know what you're getting. Ordering online's a lot more comfortable. Especially the small guys, the guy you get on your site. Help them out. You know, that bag of BB you buy means a lot more to them than when you buy it online.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Cool. Right. I'm starting to feel a bit. I think I've got a bit too overexcited. Yeah, it kind of like. Yeah, it ends up basically just feeling like I'm going to throw up everywhere, which is not cool. So that's why I've just been quiet just for a second. Yeah, overexcited, too excited with that sort of stuff. Mike, thank you so much, and the Boneyard group, guys, you're ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Thank you so much. That's like unbelievably generous, and I cannot wait to take this out and try. I always try and get footage, but I'm just so bad at it. I'll try. I'll see if I can get someone to take some photos at least, and that would be great. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And yeah, I'll do a proper update on like my health stuff. With all I literally had a letter through from my oncologist today with the latest update of what's been going on, so I can give you guys a proper update. But needless to say, I'm still here. I want to play Airsoft. Pew pew! Right, until the next time, guys, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye!